Erik Ten Hag is finally using. Erik Ten Hag said so himself after the win versus Brentford that there's no need to overrate it, so the focus is already on Jose Mourinho's Fenerbahce next. Manchester United's Europa League campaign is yet to get off the ground with 2 draws in their first 2 games, making for bad reading. However, the game versus Brentford provides something to build upon, with many heroes emerging, like Alejandro Garnacho shining bright, or Matthijs de Ligt's warrior-like mentality. Amidst all the heroes, one man's contribution went under the radar, as it has become the new normal for him. Only this time, it looks sustainable with the skill added for which he was initially brought in by Erik Ten Hag. Brentford was a clear example of the same. Andre Onana feeling confident. It is worth remembering that David De Gea left Old Trafford as the reigning Golden Glove Award winner, which shows that he still had the reflexes to play in the Premier League. What worked against him, however, was Ten Hag's insistence on getting a more modern goalkeeper who could play with his feet and sweep up balls behind the defense. Thus, Andre Onana came in, and immediately the expectation was that he would become a key part of the build-up. The exact opposite happened, as he started by getting chipped from the halfway line on his debut. Ten Hag went risk-averse, injuries piled up, and Onana played like a barely functioning part in a completely broken machine. Before the start of this season, he told fans to expect more risks, and versus Brentford, he showed the best facets of his game. The opponents have already stopped pressing Onana, so he's gained that respect in their eyes which he used to have at Inter Milan. Against Brentford, he showed the next logical evolution by pinging quick, long kicks toward last-man runners to fashion chances from goal kicks. Erik Ten Hag needs to keep backing Onana. It goes without saying, and Onana accepted it too, that his way of playing comes with risks attached. Someday, he will get chipped again, or his pass in the build-up will be intercepted, from which United will concede. However, United need to commit to a style of play, and Onana is a big part of it, which is why they need to live with those errors if they are not regular, because the eventual reward makes it worth it. A settled and confident goalkeeper is the spine of the team, and De Gea's last perfect season for the club was arguably under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, when he finished second. Since then, mistakes crept in his game, and subsequently, Onana also took 1 year to settle at Old Trafford. In other news, Manchester United injury update. Kobbie Mainoo, Luke Shaw, and Leny Yoro latest news and return dates. Manchester United are still dealing with an extended injury list ahead of another important week for Erik Ten Hag. Things looked increasingly desperate for the Red Devils' perennially under-fire manager at Old Trafford on Saturday, when, having eased at least some of the mounting pressure with a battling goalless draw at high-flying Aston Villa before the international break, they fell behind at home to Brentford as the Premier League returned. Goals from Alejandro Garnacho and Rasmus Højlund served to secure a rousing comeback victory and lessen the impact of a controversy surrounding Matthijs de Ligt, who received treatment 3 times after suffering a head injury in the first half. De Ligt ended up finishing the game and doesn't look set to miss any time. But United were without the likes of Kobbie Mainoo, Harry Maguire, and Mason Mount against Brentford, while Luke Shaw, Leny Yoro, and Tyrone Malacia have yet to return, and Casemiro was forced off late. Here is the latest Manchester United injury news and return dates as the club prepare for the small matter of a reunion with former boss Jose Mourinho as they travel to Fenerbahce in the Europa League, before a trip to West Ham in the Premier League and Carabao Cup last 16 meeting with Leicester. It is worth noting that Garnacho, Manuel Ugarte, Amad Diallo, and Noussair Mazraoui were all fit enough to be involved against Brentford after issues experienced during the international break, Mazraoui making a quick return after undergoing minor surgery following heart palpitations. Kobbie Mainoo withdrew early from the latest England squad to face Greece and Finland in the Nations League with an unspecified injury. It later transpired that he had sustained a muscle issue against Aston Villa and would be out for a few weeks, with reportedly fears that he could miss as many as 7 games and be sidelined until after the November international break. Luke Shaw has not played for United at all since February, having missed the last few months of the previous campaign with a hamstring issue and then gone to Euro 2024 with England before suffering a calf problem at the start of pre-season training. Leny Yoro. Plenty of excitement greeted Yoro's £52 million transfer from Lille in the summer, but that joy proved cruelly short-lived as he went on to quickly suffer a foot injury in pre-season that required surgery. The French defender was expected to miss around 3 months, putting him in line for a return at some point in November if he continues to make positive progress. Yes, he is doing very well, Ten Hag said of Yoro around a month ago. It is very pleasing that his rehab is going in the right direction, and I expect him soon, but what I mean by soon is that he is now in the right planning process. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash the like button and make sure to subscribe to Man United Hub to get all the latest updates.